And basically, this is a series where I splat into the ground, go to the gulag, making sure I don't come out, basically finish myself off. Luckily, I have a grenade, and then we just spectate whatever happens. We don't ever know what's going to happen. I think that's what a lot of people like about it, is there's the complete unknown. Today's video is going to be duos. If you'd like to see more of these, make sure you hit the like button. Go on today's video is 4,000 likes. If you're brand new, want to find your way back, make sure you are subscribed with notifications on. There's going to be a live draft for the Warzone Mania held by the New York Subliners that I'm going to be participating in. So if you get interested in checking that out, all the details will be near the top of the description. You can go ahead and click the link, and then I'll kind of take you where that's going to be seen. So right here, we end up, this guy is with action, and let's see what's going on. There's a little bit of a split. They are outside the zone. One unfortunate part that we've continued to see as a theme, we'll see if it happens today, is literally the farther you're landing outside the zone, if you don't make an effort to get towards the middle somewhere, you end up getting kind of burned by the zone because people just kind of hold you and they don't let you in. Not so much with the first zone, but as we creep a little bit further, it becomes more and more important to position yourself early. Based off this zone, we might get a high zone over here or over here. We'll kind of see. It normally doesn't shift this low, but we'll see kind of how it goes. So they're sitting on about 9 grand, and then they're just kind of or 8 grand, and they're working around the map. Got to loot up. Berthas are particularly important, I think, when you're in low squad counts. If you're in quads, it could still be useful just because of how much health they have. Obviously, if they decide to team shoot, they'll blow it up pretty quickly. But in solos and duos, quads or Berthas are very important, in my opinion, especially if you get a trophy on there. It just allows you. This is definitely looking like a little bit more, what I would say is cracked out movement. Compared to what we saw in the last video. That's what's so random about this. Sometimes the skill-based matchmaking is favoring or not. Let's see how the other guy moves. They're obviously marking stuff. Let's see if he's moving around the map the same way, because obviously the way the other guy was moving, he was slide canceling every inch of the way. You could hear the train on the left. Not that that necessarily matters. Obviously, if you saw the other video of how the train is currently broken, if you get a recon on it, you can capture it and repeat the process, so you could stack up like 6 or 7 contracts by the time the first zone is completely closed. Especially if you have a good train route, you could rack up some money, contracts, and be set pretty much for the rest of the game, since you know those future circles. So it looks like they've taken a split approach. They're just looting separately, probably trying to get up to 10,000. Doesn't look like they try to grab a contract in any way. They are marking a buy. That took them a little bit long. This guy doesn't look like he's nearly as cracked out in terms of movement as the other guy. Let's go ahead and see what's going on in the other guy's perspective. Let's go ahead and rotate back. And that's one thing I do like about duos, is we can get a little bit different perspective. I think in the last video that we watched or had about this, is the guy was very passive. He didn't do anything. He basically kind of avoided all conflict the entire fight or entire match. He had his heartbeat sensor out 90% of the match. He kind of stood still, and then he got destroyed in the one-on-one gunfight. So it's pretty interesting, and he made it to top like 8 or something like that, which was kind of weird and surprising considering how he was playing. So it looks like these guys are working together. He's got the loadout money. He go ahead and gave it to this guy at the front, which I think they should have held on to it personally. If they seem like the better player overall, the way they're moving, how fast they're moving, the other guy's just kind of like so it is pretty interesting. So they do have a buyout here. They got to clear it and then go ahead and call that loadout in as quick as possible so they can have their guns, because the free loadout drops in approximately 2.5 minutes, and then they'll be able to go from there. So it looks like he ran through here. He doesn't have the money. He's clearing it out. It looks good. His teammate should be able to run up, and he'll be in a good spot. I don't know what he has for long range. Maybe he's going to take that. He got the launcher ammo. He's clearing it out for his teammate. And that's one thing that's good about one teammate having all the money, is because obviously if you go and clear it out, you can be a little bit more aggressive. You still got your gulag, and then you're able to get your stuff bought in. It looks like his teammate is taking way too long. And based off how they've rotated and there's been no action, you can't hear anything on either side. It seems like this is more of a dead area. I think the plane was going from like towards prison, and it went kind of towards this way. So I think most people landed over it, maybe went to downtown, stadium, TV station a little bit, maybe airport and super is a stretch. But I don't think on this side of the zone, I think it's fairly empty where they landed. Based off the movement and the behavior, they're able to loot slowly. We'll find out right now if someone starts trying to shoot at him.
Moving position.
Got his cash. He can get a self-revive. Yep. So he's going to run back so he doesn't have to double back. Self-revive. Okay, this tells me they're not chasing kills based off of getting self-revive first, knowing that you have a gulag. Typically, that just means that you're just kind of playing, go by the flow. If you get down, perfect scenario. He is using a kilo class setup, and he kept the MP7 that was floor loot, because MP7 is actually, or no, Uzi, sorry. The Uzi, which is 32 round mag, which obviously is perfectly fine in duos. You can get away, like I said in previous videos, I said if the smaller the number, you can get away with like these floor loot weapons for your close range, but typically you want to kind of fill in the gaps of your loadout with your loadout. So in this particular case, and with the kilo, let's see what the other guy has. Okay, he has a kilo as well. Typical class setup, commando, VLK, 50 round mag. Interesting. Monolithic with the regular barrel, and that's pretty much it. Normal class setup. I don't know what he's doing. He's taking his time.
Yes.
These guys loot and go through the menu slow. I would imagine they're on controller based off of that, because typically keyboard and mouse is just like click, 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 and then a lot of times on console you have to, or controller, you have to scroll through the options, which can take a little bit longer. What do you want, trophy or armor? Okay, we went with the trophy since they already have full plates. They're not going to rotate quick enough to get that box, so they kind of lost out on that potential money. They aren't sitting on streaks. The zone is collapsing pretty hard on them. This guy is probably dead. His teammate will be able to res him though, because it looks like his teammate will be able to get out. He's downed. His teammate will be able to res him, and there you go. They got caught because anytime the zone from right here is more than 4 squares from the corner, so right here it went 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4 square and a half, maybe almost 5 squares, you're typically not going to outrun that gas for the first zone at least. Obviously it's based off time, so the second zone collapses at a different rate because different speed and different distance. But yeah, it's rotated kind of where we thought it would go to the next zone. They still got to rotate, but they are on the small side, so the rotation they could take their time as they've done. They do have the free loadout right here. The most important thing with this being out in the open is identifying how many other loadout drops are with it. They kind of burn themselves with that scav. They can't get it. They can't do any other contracts. I don't know why he's telling him armor. I think his teammates... Oh, no, his teammate does need armor. He needs a satchel as well. Got to jump across. There he goes. Got the plate. And then he can come down and get the other plate. His teammate could have just shared some plates, right? Like, he has 8. He could maybe give him 2. So he's at 5 and you're at 4 or something like that. I don't know. Or 6 and 5. So you got to check this. You got to go quick, though. They might have just gone with a single loadout. Maybe they're not going to grab this. Because, like, maybe you go for your ghost right away. He feels comfortable with this floor loot. I would have maybe probably swapped that out. That's why it's good to have a ghost class with your SMG as well. So if you want to use something besides this Uzi, or you want to use a fully decked out Uzi with all the attachments, you would have the opportunity to do that. So they just completely left that. Like I said, that's something you don't necessarily leave behind, in my opinion. You already got the kilo. Have a second ghost class with your SMG, and then you're good to go. Unless the kilo is the only thing you're going to use, but 90% of the match that we've seen so far, 95, he's had this out. Somebody did get a jug. They are inside the zone. The jug probably is going to be an issue like they've been in all the matches. Sometimes they win, sometimes they lose, but they are always in the late game from what we've experienced. This guy really should have been making his way over here. If this guy is just going for a win, you go over here in this building. That's the multiple stories right here. You go inside, you camp a hallway, then you wait for the zone, and then pretty much when it's final zone's your third party, and you get it easy. It's final zone, you get a third party, and it's an easy win. But it looks like they're going to have a little bit of a aggressive path to get there, especially since there's all this land. You got to get in the vehicle to rotate. And we kind of predicted this earlier on. Like I said, there's not anyone coming from this area, so it's likely not going to be like they're getting engagements. They are, you know, looking around the area the way you would, especially since they don't have a lot of intel. They haven't been able to buy the UAV to position themselves that way. Let's see what the other guy got. All right, cool. They're just sitting on 200 bucks. They are kind of just running across, which is okay. But maybe I would personally kind of like try to work up this right side. Maybe you can get into these buildings on farmland. If you catch this edge, people maybe not paying attention. Getting across is cool too. I think those are, you know, those are the main two options. I definitely wouldn't go up this left side because this area right here is so strong where this little, bank is, that you get Kate kept. There's people on top of these buildings. You get neighborhood. The upside would have been one of the worst rotations. Stadium isn't too bad. Personally, I would have liked to get over here so I could work my way through lumber and then eventually work my way to the middle of the map, where it's probably going to end is somewhere on this side. It'll stay towards the middle. Now these guys are just camping each other's hallways.
Moving position.
You see something? There's some flames. There's something going on over there? Nope. The crouch walking everywhere. They have ghosts, so they're not going to pop up on a heartbeat. They haven't really used the heart. There he goes. I was about to say, he hasn't really used a heartbeat. They were very aggro kind of in the beginning, but it's looking like they're playing very passive. And this is how people play. Let's see what he does. Continues looting. Stun is probably more valuable in these situations just because then it helps you win a 2v1. Especially since most people at this point are probably going to be running ghosts. You can get that plate. There you go. They're going to loot this slowly. Oh, look. He's getting closer. He should have gone over here, though. Personally, if I'm the Jug and I want to win, I would go to this building here. That's the blue roof. Go inside it. Really, nobody can get to you. They can throw nades or whatever they want. They use shotgun. But you're going to down them and kill them faster. They are being hunted. And the threat level's yellow, so that they're very far. Like we did the testing on that, it was between, I believe, 250 meters or more, it'll stay yellow. Once you get within 250 meters, it goes to orange. And then once they get within about 75 meters, I believe, it goes to red. But it could jump pretty quickly, especially if they're in a vehicle. You're moving towards them, they're moving towards you. It can make those adjustments. So they are working the building. They are peeking it really quick. They got another rotation. It's still kind of where I thought it would be. Is there another Jug over here? What is this about? I've never seen that before. This is where a sniper would be cool, but obviously they got kilos. They're fighting over there.
Target appears hostile.
Oh, there's another Jug. There's going to be 2 Jugs in this lobby? Oh, no. Yeah, Jugs don't belong in a battle royale. Personally, I don't think they do. I think they're a cool gimmick to like have in a special limited time mode. This guy actually paid for a blueprint too. And then he has the chalk thing, so he bought the pro player thing. This guy is camping hard. I'm really surprised they have 0 kills. And the only downside, I mean, obviously if you're playing for a win, this isn't even strategic, rotating early. They have no future intel. They basically are just kind of going through the motions. If this is like what you're trying to do on a regular basis and just trying to see if, oh, you know what, we made it top 10 and counting how many top 10s you're making, I think you're thinking about it all wrong. You want to really work on improving as a player in all aspects. So understanding the map, how to rotate. Gun skill is incredibly important. You got to be able to win gunfights when the time arises. But right here, they really haven't done much other than prove that they can loot and rotate an uncontested area, which is okay. But the vast majority of matches, you don't really end up with scenarios like that. There was opportunities for them to push that team, maybe third party. When they're in the vehicle, maybe be a little bit more aggressive. Especially in duos, most people are going to be playing duos or solos, right? Like if their teammate's gone, they got to worry about looting to get them back. And that's kind of what most of the time it ends up being. I wouldn't be surprised these guys just run into a scenario and they get completely curb stomped because they haven't like the reaction time isn't ready for a gunfight. What the heck is this? This is really like ratty type. What are you doing, brother? Okay. I was like, it's okay to play passive. And there's somebody doing a recon over there. You can see it at the top. And then now they got to worry about these. Okay, it looks like he chose a building. This is an okay building as well. It depends on where it shifts. Like I thought it would shift more towards this way. We'll see on this next zone if it hard shifts left or it hard shifts towards the middle. And we'll see. You don't know. They may be done recon. Oh, there's the curb stomping I was talking about. Dude got beamed. And let's see if they can survive this. His teammate got hit as well. So whoever's shooting him knows they're both there. They're just going to run from it, try and get another line of sight, hopefully. Because you don't even know where they're at. That's the goal, is to try and at least spot them. You got the T-pose. Grinded out his little reticles. I like the T-pose for a while. But inevitably, I like the standard one for whatever reason. I wish it was a blue dot instead of a red dot as the default. But it is what it is. So now, these people... Oh, there's somebody on that roof too. He marked them for that reason. Oops. So this could have been a good rotation. It still would have been in. But it looks like they may have done some recons. Look at where they're at. And this one might be in a vehicle. Oh, he looks like he's moving hella fast.
Enemy Juggernaut! Enemy Juggernaut!
There's 2 Juggernauts. That's terrible. Okay, they got to rotate. And unfortunately, all this will be contested. Everything in here... They're almost 100% going to die based off this rotation. This guy's fighting. Whoever he's fighting, whoever they're fighting has a suppressor. And then there's another group here. We don't really need to see what's going on here. These guys are sitting still. But pretty much when they rotate over here, if the jugs are here, that means there's probably someone in this blue area where I was saying, or in these little huts, which not as likely just because this is the high ground. And then over here... Fire and this little building right here with the ammo in it are very strong. So these guys just gonna wait, see what happens. They're gonna kiss the storm. They got their little barricade. The guys are still behind you. And he got dumpstered. Luckily he has a gulag. I knew the guy was behind you still. It's like, what'd you expect? They were watching you, and you got curb stomped. Did I guess it, or did I guess it? I already kind of called exactly what was going to happen before it happened. Luckily, this is live, unedited, right? Like, I can't... Let's see if we can watch anyone else. These guys weren't ready for that gunfight. I already knew they were going to get destroyed. Based off the scenario... They didn't have any intel. They weren't heart beating before they left the building. They were in a very predictable spot. They typically were going to have the low ground because of that whole ridge that's on the side of that building. They were really in a terrible spot once they rotated there. They should have rotated up the edge on the right, all the way up. When they were rotating this way from over here, or where'd they come from? They came from Stadium. They should have rotated up this way, which I was saying, and come through the lumber side and then come up this way. Because there's so much high ground on this side, as you rotate, you're basically in a terrible position. Right here, the gulag's closing, so they're both going to get a free pass. They don't have to fight in the gulag. Nobody's going to get an engagement between now and then. There are 15 players. That guy might have got into the gulag. Let's see. Got 6 seconds. But there's going to be 14 teams, or we'll see. I think it adds it back up once they get added back in there. So they got incredibly fortunate here. Gulag closed. There's no one coming in. They got to wait the 15 seconds at the top. Oh, he's actually fighting. Wow, that's the last gulag. Oh, his team won. Well, that's the better player, right? Action. Here we go. He won his one-on-one. And that's it. His teammate comes back as well. They are in a position where they could grab the loadout. Well, maybe people are distracted. They are in a very good spot because this is all open. They can get on a rock head glitch here. There are people fighting over here at blue. Like in that general direction. You can hear the gunfire. There is another loadout with theirs. Okay, he played it safe. That's smart. Have one teammate land. He got his kilo and dual akimbo. And they're in a vehicle. Rotating towards mid. Oh, they're rolling up on him. They're in a Bertha. Oop. Easy clap.
They're lighting me up.
Okay. 11 teams. 18 players. Wow. They don't really have plates. You got to go loot that body, though. Like, you just got to do it quick. You need those plates, or you're insta-dead. Okay. Oh, that guy only had one plate. That's probably why he got melted so quick. He was just coming out and got rotated. Oop, there's a vehicle. Oh, you're... What are you doing, bro? He got beamed. He'll be able to res him. Those guys have to rotate, so all you need to do... Wow, he got sniped. It says headshot. The dude's name is Headshot. All you had to do wait for the rotation, and you would have caught him. You just needed to wait. Be patient. You knew where he was. You only had to wait like 15, 20 seconds. You can do that. And as soon as they have to move, they either get caught in the gas mask animation. So it's going to be 7 players. There's only 1 left. The other one died. So there's just this one. But he has to get in. If you don't get in, it's too far. He can't walk it. He's going the wrong way. He might be dying, though, because he could be getting shot at. That's why he's acting so erratic. Shoot it. Got the plates. There's no buys in the zone, okay? So it's going to be all the solos and 1 duo. They just went to the loadout, easy kill. He has a teammate somewhere. That was the... Wait, that was the duo? I don't know what the heck happened there. Because that guy didn't instantly go down. He had to thirst him. So there's obviously his teammate might be in the air. I don't know. That's very strange because the number is still 5 with the duo. That's what I was saying earlier. It's mostly ends up being solos in duos. In most of the modes, a lot of the teams that are left over, he has the third party this hard. He does have the ammo for this. He is using a little bit of an odd class setup. Still 1 duo. Oh, they killed the Jug. What the? Definitely killed the Jug. Oh, there they go on the ridge. They have to rotate down. I would wait. I would wait. Not do anything yet. They're fighting. I wouldn't give away your position. There's a team down low of you. And then this team has to rotate. I think those are the 2 up top. Heartbeat once. I would heartbeat once. But they just killed someone, so there is that. Yeah, I would heartbeat at least once so you know how many people are right here. So you know if the duo is down here, maybe if they both don't have ghost, or if the duo is up top. Okay, the team up top is rotating now. You could have caught him off guard. Okay. At least pay attention to where they're at. They might have spotted you, though. So I guess it's a trade-off there, but he didn't use his heartbeat once. There it goes. It's a 2v1. Depends on where it hard shifts. They're going to be looking for him. He's going to have high ground. He's good right there. There's 2. He has a terrible class setup, in my opinion. He's dead. Oh. We might be able to make it out of this. Damn, they are ready. Yeah, he got destroyed. Those guys seem like sweaty players. They both had double stuns. They probably had restock. GG's. GG's. That class setup was terrible, though. I would, like, obviously, if you feel like you're in a sweaty lobby, you got to use the meta. That is 100% not the meta. The origin, at least, hey, you know what? That's cool for close. But the long range, no way. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. I got plenty more of these on the channel, at least until December 10th. And then obviously we're going to include these with more Call of Duty content related to Warzone. The integration is going to be huge. I'm really excited for it because then I can focus a lot of my attention on Warzone instead of trying to combine both games, which obviously more people have interest in this because it's obviously free to play. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. If you're brand new, want to find your way back, make sure you subscribe with notifications on. Appreciate all the support on the channel. Thank you for watching. As always, have a great day.